Hello YouTube. Today I wanted to show you a camera I picked up a little while ago. I haven't used it yet, as is the case with many of my cameras, but I found this on eBay. It's a Smena 35. It's a little plastic 35mm camera. When I bought it, it was listed as being used. What I got was a camera that was, as far as I could tell, new, unopened, in its original packaging. Came in this here box. It was in this little baggy thing that has a belt loop on it. It came with lens cover like that, and has its translated instructions in here, which I haven't thoroughly read yet, but I wanted to get this out there. So this is it. It's like a little point and shoot, but I thought it had some kind of cool features for being what it is, which is, it's just a plastic, pretty nicely made point and shoot camera. It does have a hot shoe on it, and it also came with what I think is kind of a neat thing, the little hot shoe protector thing, which most cameras, as far as I have seen, don't come with. So you take off the lens cover like you would with any camera, and what you find is, let's see if you can tell, it's very user friendly as far as I'm concerned. It gives you, for the aperture, it gives you a graduated scale from a little tiny bright sun all the way to fully overcast. It has a bulb setting, which works kind of funny, but it works. And for your distance, your focusing, it does have a scaled, I don't know, a scale that's in meters. It also gives you little pictographs. That's for like two people at 2-person range. It's got a small group of people. It's got a mountain range, which would be for distance, obviously, and then an infinity setting. So if it's a bright sunny day and you're taking a picture of the wife and kids, you could do that, and presumably you would be pretty well in focus. On the front of the camera, you've got your ISO scale. It's graduated from 400 down to 25, and you turn this little gizmo in here to whatever film speed you're using. Now, I don't know what it actually does in there. I'm just taking it for granted that it does something. Oh, wait, you know what? I can see it from here. It adjusts the aperture, so it's not changing the shutter speed, it's changing the aperture. Because I can see it opening and closing as I turn the scale, which I think is kind of cool. And probably when I try this, it'll be 400 speed film. It seems to have no double exposure protection, so you need to keep that in mind. The button to open it is right here on the side. The back opens up. It's got a leaf shutter. For what it is, it seems kind of nicely made. Its fit and finish is good. It has a frame counter, which can be manually controlled. Put the film in. There's your crank disc, and to cock it, you just push that button over, and then that's your shutter release, and you've taken a picture. Very simple, very straightforward. There's one mystery thing that like I said, I haven't read the full instructions yet, but apparently you can turn the shutter release to, it has a little R and a little dot. If you put it to the dot and you switch this thing to bulb and then cock it and then fire it, the shutter stays open until you release it. If you have the button set to the R, it doesn't really work that way. What it does is you release the shutter and it simply stays open. Now, probably I'm doing something wrong. Because I just don't see any other way to close it other than to change your shutter speed, your little pictograph thing here. But that's it. And it came, like I said, this kind of neat little baggy thing. Very straightforward, very simple in appearance to use. Seems very functional. I can't swear to its lens quality, but most of the Russian cameras I have and the ones that I have used have pretty decent optics. This one says made in the USSR, so I'm thinking this goes back quite a ways. It looks like this was packed in 5 of 1998, or 5/19/98. I'm not sure how they put out their dates. Now, as far as I know, that was after the demise of the Soviet Union, so I don't know if they were just working with old dies that they had, because I would imagine this was probably in production for a good number of years. But I just wanted to show you that. I got it on eBay real cheap. I think it was like $5 or $6 and some shipping. It was stored here in America, so I imagine somebody bought a whole mountain of these things and is now selling them, or at least at the time was. Again, it's a Smena 35, a little point and shoot camera comparable to, you know, the old Kodak cheap point and shoots that I can remember having when I was a kid, just with a few extra features that are kind of nice. And I like this, and I'm looking forward to taking it out in the field. You know, probably do a little basic point and shoot at whatever is handy. I'm sure, you know, you wouldn't want to do world-class portraiture with this, but it should be fun. And I wanted to show it to you, and there it is. So, until next time.